Oh. Hello everybody, this is Danny from Deep South Homestead. We're back here again with Julie from Dirtpatcheaven in our segment or series or whatever you want to call it on the different seasons of the year in North versus South. We're into the fall season now because we're going to be taking that initiative on our channel, and we're going to be discussing some of the differences between where Julie lives and where we live at and how much different it is with the climates. Well, what are some of the different things that we do on our homesteads? What are some of the different things that we're able to actually grow? What do we do as a homesteader? If you're a beginning homesteader, pay attention to this particular one because this could be the one that changes it all.
Now that we really understand each other,
yeah.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Except I don't think fall is ever that for us.
Fall for us is the time of the year that we just drool for.
Yeah. I love fall. I think we have that in common, that fall is just, it's every homesteader's, we did it.
Well, we're here, we're like, God, please bring cool air.
Yeah. It's just time for us. It means work is almost finished. A lot of the real back-breaking work is kind of about to start because you've got wood and butchering, but it's ending up in the wood pile, it's ending up in the freezer, and you see an end.
It's actually the beginning for us.
Is it?
Yes, because all summer we've been locked in the house because of the extreme heat, and when fall comes around we have a whole book full of projects because it's finally cool enough to get outside again that we can actually work.
So all of you understand it is late winter for you now.
Yes, it's late winter for us now.
And we're outside. We're not in the house.
We're sitting out here with just a long sleeve shirt on. I mean, the temperature, I have a thermometer there. I can't actually see the temperature right now.
It's in the 50s about right now?
No, it can't be 50s. It has to be mid-60s.
60, yeah, mid-60s.
This shows
66 right now.
Almost 70.
So it's in the mid-60s, which for us?
About 65 to 66. It seems cooler because of the humidity.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's one of the things that you have to get used to here.
Yeah.
It can actually, you'll get up and you'll say, oh my gosh, it's cool enough to get out and do something. But it's actually not accurate because the humidity here will fool you.
Yeah.
You'll actually think it's colder than it is. And you'll actually butcher something, and we can't hang anything up because it might be 25 when I get up this morning, and by 10 o'clock it's 70 degrees. Yeah. So the fall for you means a completely different thing than it does for us here at Deep South Homestead.
We're just getting ready to shovel in and hibernate.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting ready to do, is hibernate.
I mean, here, I noticed today we came home and you was talking about how cold it was.
Well, the fire had gone out, and back home when you start a fire because you need a fire, you put a lot of wood in because you need it to burn for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'd watched you light fires, and I it's always tricky touching another man's wood stove because they all have their own personality.
Every stove has, it doesn't matter if you change stove, they have a different personality.
Yeah.
You're correct.
And people, you don't want people touching your wood stove because you have it cleaned a certain way, you have it set up ready to go a certain way. So I felt hesitant to start it, and then I'm like, what if it goes out? And so I put as much wood into it as I would back home, and by the time everybody got home, like that little fan on top of it was just running as fast as it could. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. I'm like, I'm sorry, I thought I would put enough wood in. And yeah, you can't. So guys, there's a difference.
There is a difference. Variety
matters.
Yes, it matters. Yes. And most people don't know that there is a summer apple and a storage apple.
And the storage apple need chill. They need chill hours.
Yes. And for those of you down south here at Deep South, storage apples do not grow here.
Yeah. And the best part is that when you start to see results, people will notice and they'll come to you and they'll say, XYZ, my kid has this, I have that. Do you have any kind? I know that you're struggling with this too. Do you have a solution? And then you can say, yeah, I've got a solution. The reason I don't look like I'm sick, the reason I'm able to do what I'm able to do is because this is what I do and this is why I do it. And it becomes an outreach program almost. Your farm becomes this place for people to come and heal and to gain information and hope in a world that they suddenly feel has gone crazy.
Yes.
When it finally hits home and it makes you sick.
Well, that's why Deep South Homestead has become so popular now. Is because, I mean, we have people coming in and out of here on a monthly basis now. Is it that we're great people?
Yes. And yes,
and it's simply because of the way we live.
Yeah.
Now, do we have health issues? Yes. Why do we have health issues? Because we didn't live the way we should have earlier in our life.
Right.
And simple fact, man digresses as he gets older. And when he digresses as he gets older, it is very important that we take care of ourselves. Mm-hmm. And if we keep dumping chemicals into everything that we eat, we'll never get better. You know, I mean, we will always be stuck in the state in which we're in. But we can overcome some things if we just practice good eating habits.
Yeah.
And understanding our bodies. That's one of the things, we talked about this in our summer videos. We talked about understanding how that the heat affects your bodies. The fall is no different. A lot of people think that just because it's cool, that they can go all day long.
Right.
And that's not possible.
It's at least for us, it's meant to be a time to sit in front of a warm fire and read a good book and work on things that are important and meditate and think. At least for us. For you, it's probably hard work.
Well, I mean, no, it is a time where we can kick back to some point. But now, I guess the one thing I guess I want to bring out more about the fall is the simple fact, have you noticed the different seasons that we've talked about in all of our chats? What grows in those different seasons? It's what the body needs for your area.
For that, right.
For that
exactly,
season.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, here for us, in the fall, there's a lot of greens.
Yeah.
Greens are loaded with vitamin K. They got the vitamin C's. They got the vitamin A's in them, which is exactly what your body needs to deal with cold weather. Yeah. And for y'all, whatever's coming in your seasons,
it's all storage. It's all root vegetables that we eat with a lot of butter. We have a lot of pork. We eat a lot of meat. We eat a lot of starch in the winter.
So you're needing starches and fats and sugars into your system in order to keep you going.
Yeah, to keep warm, to keep going.
Because your cold is so extreme.
Yeah.
Where ours is not as extreme, so we get by with just the greens.
Yeah.
Our vitamin K, which thickens our blood up, which makes us be able to stand the cold that we do get here.
Yeah.
So we can see that, you know, I guess that's one of the things in our videos that should be very important and very obvious is that whatever comes in your season where you live at is what God intended for you to have during that season for your body to be healthy.
Yeah.
Okay, Julie, I've enjoyed this today. I'm not going to lie.
Me too.
Okay, for y'all, check out our whole series on these videos that we've put up. North versus South, spring, summer, winter, and fall. The differences that we share, the differences that go on in each climate, how our bodies react to different things, what we can do, what we can't do. There's a variety of things that Julie and I talk about on this series. So go check out Dirtpatcheaven and watch her series on the North versus the South. Finish looking at the ones here at Deep South where we talk about North versus the South and the different climates. And watch mine and her chat throughout all of this, because I'm telling y'all what, well, I hope this is going to be appropriate to say. We're not the smartest people in the world, but we're also not the stupidest people in the world.
So true.
We are very knowledgeable in our areas of expertise. Julie has an array of knowledge for her area where she's at. I have an array of knowledge for the area in which I'm at. There's a lot that can be learned by beginning homesteaders by watching this series, because it is a lot of good information in it, y'all. It's not that we're super people. It's not that we're scientists or we know everything. It's just that we've experienced a lot of things in our environment and we've learned. Yeah. So thank y'all for watching today at Deep South Homestead.